What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the TLZ podcast. I'm your host, Tony, and this is where we sit down with elite athletes and professionals to break down the journey, the mindset, and what it really takes to compete at the highest level. As we always say here, when you train your mind, you change your game. Before we get started, if you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you hit that like button and the subscribe button down below. Show that support for the channel. It truly helps the channel grow. Also, don't forget to follow us on our socials at the TLZ podcast to stay up to date on upcoming guests and highlights. Now let's get into today's episode. Joining us today is one of Brazil's top men's singles players, a leading name in Pan Am badminton, who has steadily built his reputation from regional success to the senior international stage. He started badminton at a young age and quickly progressed through the Brazilian pathway, representing his country early and developing into a full-time high-performance athlete. Known for his toughness, athleticism, and fearless style of play, he has already gained valuable experience on the international circuit, won multiple international titles, claimed the South American Games gold medal, and recently captured a bronze medal at the Pan Am Individual Championships after defeating Brian Yang, the current world number 33. Still in the prime of his journey, he represents the present and future of Brazilian badminton with ambitions to compete at the very highest levels in the world and elevate Brazil on the global stage. Welcome to the podcast, Jonathan Matias. All right. Welcome, Jonathan. Thank you for coming on.
I will appreciate you inviting me. Bro.
Of course. It's been so long since we last talked, and I know we were just catching up earlier before we started the podcast, but it's great speaking with you again, man.
Yeah. Long time.
For sure. For the people that don't know, Jonathan and I, we met a long time ago playing junior Pan Ams. He's the same age, actually, as my older brother, so they always played against each other more. Right, Jonathan?
Yeah, but he used to play against Donia, not me. I was like, all the brothers against the Donias.
Yeah, you were still coming up at the time.
Yeah.
For sure. But it was always a good time to meet up with Jonathan in Pan Ams. You've been having so much success recently on the international stage. But going back to the beginning, how did you start playing badminton?
That's a good question. I started playing because of Ygor, because I was like at home with my mother and grandmother talking, and then they were making proper floors to play badminton. And they were doing like the ceremony because of that, because they did a new place to play. And then Ygor came in and said, let's play. And I said, no, I don't want it. And then, no, let's try. You're doing nothing. You are just here sitting and talking. Let's try. And then I said, okay, let's try. And that's how it started, because of Ygor.
Wow. I mean, for the people that don't know, Ygor is like one of the pioneers for Brazilian badminton, right? Like he excelled in men's singles, I believe.
Yeah, you're right.
He was one of the top players in the Pan Am region at his time, right? And that's what really started this push for the next level of badminton in Brazil. Did you know at the time the achievements that Ygor had?
At that time, no, because it was like 2009. So he was like also starting like the junior path. So he was like, I think at that time he won 1 or 2 Pan Am juniors. I'm not sure. But afterwards, yeah, of course, I was living with him because we are from the same club. I used to play for the same club as him. Now I moved to another one, but before we started playing at the same place.
Oh, wow, that's interesting. I mean, looking back at it now, if you were to put up prime Jonathan against prime Ygor, who would win in a men's singles match?
I don't know. It's tough to say because we also play like against good players, like top 10, top 20. So I don't know. We say like before, everybody was asking, let's see play a match against Ygor and Jonathan, and never happened. Otherwise, I was losing first round or him, but never happened. But for sure, I would say me. I would beat him, you know.
For sure. You got to bet on yourself.
Yeah,
right?
For sure.
Awesome.
Then I would say 50-50.
Okay. Got to give Ygor his credit. But yeah, no, that's great. You know, you've obviously excelled in junior badminton, right? And in the Pan Am region, but then you started playing adult tournaments. So when did you make that decision to play professional?
Oh, I mean, I think it started at 2018, but then I stopped and played because I decided to go to the army because they had the youth Olympics game in 2018. And Ygor went to Nanjing 2014. So I said, I want to do the same. I want to play in Buenos Aires, the youth Olympic Games. But I couldn't make it. Another player from Brazil made it. So I was like really, really sad and I decided to play.
Mhm.
I decided to stop playing 2019, a year after. And then when I was in the army, I said, I think I still can do it more for my badminton life. So let's get back. And when I came back 2020, then I decided to become a professional player. Really, really, I decided to live like giving everything for badminton.
I see. I didn't know you were in the army.
Just an year, just an year.
Okay, is it mandatory for all
Yeah,
Brazilian?
I decided to go.
Oh, okay.
I went to the not a special force, I would say, but like some different one. We say skydiver here. I went to the army to become a skydiver because my father is a skydiver. My uncle, like I have like a lot of families who did
Yeah, I
this.
mean, so you were jumping out of planes and stuff?
Yes,
Wow, that's
not any,
amazing.
not anymore. Just a year.
I see. So what was that experience like? You must have gone through some very difficult training, right, during when
Yes,
you're in the
but I
army.
mean, at that time, like when you are leaving, it's really, really hard.
Mm,
But once like everything is gone, and then you are just remember, feels wonderful. I mean, like you can see how strong you are. You can see like how far can you go. So I'm really happy, and I would say that if I can redo again, I will do the same.
wow.
I will do the same because I mean I got some good values from that.
Yeah, definitely. It's life-changing, right? Do you remember the first time you jumped out of a plane? Like, how did it
Yes.
feel?
Yes, I was like, I don't know if you know, but I have a fear of heights. So it was
Oh,
really, really tough for me. And I was like walking, and then you have to jump because
mhm,
you're in the final line, you know? And
yeah.
I was just walking. I couldn't jump. I just put step by step, and then I leg out of the plane, and then I jump.
Mhm.
Was like that.
Wow.
I saw a lot of my friends just jumping. I said, no, I
Mm.
need to do the same. I need to do the same, but I couldn't.
Your legs just feel like jelly.
Yeah, I was so freezing cold, you know.
Uh-huh. I mean, at least you went out, right? I'm guessing some
Yes,
people didn't even jump. Like, they just
yes.
stayed in the plane.
I'm really happy because I was brave.
Mm,
Even like with
yeah.
the fear, I was brave. Like said, no, let's try, let's go. And then I did.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, the next few times was probably a lot easier, right? After you do it the first
Was
time?
easier. Was not like my first experience, but I mean, more or
Yeah,
less.
definitely. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. But, going back to badminton, I'm guessing, like, being in the army put you in really good shape to
Yes,
continue playing.
yes, because I was running every day. Like at that time, I was the best runner. Like 2020, we had the COVID. Oh, sorry. But then we
No
had the
worries.
COVID, and then like I lost everything. But I mean, it was
Mm.
a very good year for like physical body.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. I mean, what was Brazil like when COVID hit?
I don't know because I wasn't here. As I told you, I had like 1 month training with the national team in Americana, another city here in Brazil. And then the national team decided just to sponsor some players, and they didn't select me. So I decided to do like something else. And then Igor invited me to go to Denmark to train. He said, if you
Mm.
wanna try and like practice for like 50 days, you can come. And I did it. But then it started COVID. So was tough.
So you were stuck in Denmark during COVID.
Yes, I was stuck in Denmark. I had like they canceled my flight. Then I had to stay like for 90 days, and then I come back. But at that time, 2 days before leaving Denmark, the coach invited me to play the league. He
Mm.
said, "If you wanna join and play for the next season," I said, of course, I wanna play." And then
Mhm.
I stayed for like a year after that.
Wow. So you stayed almost like 1.5, 2 years in total in Denmark?
Yeah, 1.5, you say. Like, I say 1 and 3 months, 1 year and 3 months. Was like that.
Wow. So what was that like being in Denmark?
I mean, it was a tough time because I didn't know how to cook. So I had to learn, and I didn't have my mom to teach me. So I had to call every time to say, oh, how can I do a rice? How can I condiment the chicken? I don't know.
Mhm.
Can you explain? So I had to learn everything by myself. Even like my English, I went to Denmark and I couldn't speak a word. So I had to learn also English over there. Was
Wow.
tough because Ygor at that time also he got injury, so he had to do like a surgery in his ribs. So he wasn't there to help me. I was alone by myself. I mean, it was a tough time, but I really enjoyed like going through. I learned a lot of things.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, being in a foreign country does that to you, right? I'm curious, how was that training like? Was it different from the training you had in Brazil?
Yes, they have like a different system from me. They make you think. You like you need to do your own decision. They like independent players because when I was there, they said, "What do you need to get better?" I didn't know. How don't you know? I said, I don't know. What do you want to do today? What kind of exercise? I said, I don't know. They was like asking me, were you training in Brazil? And I said, yeah. But my coach was doing everything. He was like doing the exercise, like saying, oh, you need to work on this and that. And then I was just like executing what he's saying. And then they said, no, 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 no. Let's change this. We need to make you think. You need to know which exercise you need to get better, which fundamentals you need to get better. And then I said, okay, that was really, really hard to me because next day the coach comes and he asks, what do you need to get better? Then I said, my defense. Why? And then I had to explain. And then it was hard for me because I didn't know like if I was right or not. And then he said, no, no,
Mhm.
no, no, let's work on this. Then I said, okay. And then I was learning. And right now I'm still like trying to do the same as in Denmark. It's different
Mm.
like training here because it's the same. Our coach is like just saying and then we are following. But I mean, sometimes I just like suggest something. I say, oh, I think I need to get better on this and that. And then you say, okay, probably yes or no. I don't agree with you. I think you're not good on this, on that. And then it's a different system.
Yeah, for sure. I think for an athlete, some of the most important things is understanding yourself as a player. One is like understanding from a fundamental side your skills or certain techniques that you need to work on.
Yeah.
But the other thing is understanding your body too,
Yeah.
right? Like why this part hurts, understand, oh, when this part hurts, it's because I didn't do enough of this exercise or whatever it may be. But it's actually very important for athletes to have a very good understanding of themselves.
Yeah, I mean, the Europeans and also Denmark, they are so clever playing. Like they are not like putting too much effort. I would say they are doing everything that they need to do, nothing else.
Yeah. Yeah. Like work smarter, not harder, right? For sure. Yeah, I think that's very important. And I am curious though, like now that you're back in Brazil, right? What does your daily training routine look like?
Me and also the other players, we are doing like 2 sessions per day, like and 3 times at the gym. But if you do like gym, it's another session, another hour. Like normally we do in the morning, so it's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We do like 3 hours, 1 hour gym and 2 hours,
Oh, okay.
and
And
then
then
two
do you
hours.
guys I was after you. I was about to
Then
say,
4
sounds
hours
like
in
it's
the
missing 2 hours.
It's like that. Otherwise, it's Tuesday, Thursday. It's like 2 hours in the morning and after
I see.
one
I
day
see.
off.
Nice, nice. I think that's like the sweet spot for a lot of badminton players, around 5, 6 hours.
Yeah,
Like every day, I think that's like the sweet spot for everybody. And you get a little bit of break in between,
yeah.
right? But we talked about the comparison and the differences between training in Brazil and Denmark. But when you lived in Denmark, what was one of the favorite places for you to go to living there?
They have like a beach very close to the house, and I went. I used to go a lot to the beach and like stay for an hour or 30 minutes. I really love it. Like they have a like forest and where it's in the way to the beach. So I was like just walking, listen music, and then enjoying everything. I was really really love it.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds amazing. I mean, from a kid coming out of Rio, you really love your beaches, right?
Yeah, but over there was so cold, so really
Yeah,
had to
that's
get
true.
it just to see it.
Yeah. No, that's nice. That's nice. But you've trained in Denmark, right? And I think you also trained in the US before and many other places. So out of all the places that you trained abroad, which one has been your favorite?
So I would say Denmark because I made friends, a lot of friends, and I stayed for a long time over there. And also the coach, they liked me, and so I really enjoyed. I felt like part of the family. And like the Europeans are so cold, so they don't have a feelings for you. So like it when I saw that from them.
I see. That's great. You've reached the highest level in Brazil now, right? You are the top men's singles player in Brazil. I think that's undeniable by anybody. How can you continue to grow training with people who are not as strong as you currently?
I mean, right now it's really tough when you say like this because sometimes I'm just thinking, oh, I need to go outside because I need another level. I need to play with players better than me to make me realize, oh, I'm not good on this. I think I'm good, but I'm not good because I'm playing with a high level. So it's tough because of this, but also it's good because they are doing like the best. They are really trying, pushing very hard. But like having Marco, it's very good because he's giving me so much attention. And if I go outside, I don't think I will have it from another coach because it's different goals. But Marco is the same goals as me. So yeah, like doing like very good work. And I mean, I think getting like top 40, top 50 or 30, it's just like getting better in the details because I played against Antonsen and felt like that. Just some small details, I miss it. And then you like turn over all of the match, all of the game.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I think the higher level you go, the more these small techniques, small details matter. But at the same time, these things take a while to train, right?
Yeah.
It sometimes takes like years of just doing the same thing over and over again
Just to get
to master these.
very small.
Yeah, yeah. The margin of improvement gets smaller and smaller as you get better, right? It gets more difficult for sure. I know what you mean. And, talking about what you were doing in COVID, right? Being in Denmark. One of the most amazing things that happened during COVID was the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, right? Where Kevin Cordon from Guatemala reached the semifinals for men's singles. That was huge news for the Pan American region, right? And as a fellow player in the Pan Am region, did that win impact you in any way?
For sure, made me think that everything is possible because I'm South America. Badminton is not like strong or it's something new. And when you are playing against Asian players, they say, "Who is this guy? So he's not good. Let's make it easy for him." Or I don't know. They don't play like the best, or they are like looking towards different. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Seeing that he made it fourth in the Olympics, I was like, oh my God. It's hard to compare with Kevin because he was also a very good player at my age. He was like, I don't know, beating top 10 at that time. But I mean, made me think that everything is possible and it inspired me. So made me continue to pursue my dreams.
Yeah, for sure. I think a lot of people felt that way, right? Like seeing him doing what he was doing on the court, like he was absolutely like destroying those players. And he was so fast, so powerful, right? And he wasn't even like the tallest player on the court. He was like, sometimes he's like just very average height, right?
Yeah.
And he's doing amazing things on the court that nobody has ever done in the Pan Am region at that time. So that was a huge, I think, pivot point for us Pan Am players.
And I also think it's gonna take a long, I don't know, to someone make better than him because the peak of the tournaments once in 4 years. So I don't know. Let's see.
I think the person that came closest was Victor so far. Like Victor got third place in World Champions. That was pretty major.
And also now England.
Oh, and all England too. You're right.
England. I don't know. Let's see. The biggest tournament. Wow. Let's see if he's gonna get it like third also in LA.
I mean, the next one's close to home in LA, so I think that would be crazy. But you know, of course, gotta root for the U.S. players. You know, we got some players that got a good chance too, so we'll see if they can do it. But yeah, that'll be exciting. Anybody in the Pan Am region, if they can get on podium, that'll be pretty cool. But talking about Americans and Canadians, these two countries are the countries to beat when it comes to the Pan Am region, and Brazil's right behind, always at third place most of the time, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think separates Brazilian players from American and Canadian players?
I would say like the investment, because I don't think most of the players from Brazil, they can pay some tournaments or pay for like trainings. I think it's like the difference from us to them because we want, I think, much more than them, but we don't have like the tools, all the tools to make it happen.
I see. Maybe we should do like a training camp for Brazil, the national team or something like that, we can send over some coaches, and
Yeah, I
then
think it'd be
that'll be
nice.
fun.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. I think if you do like training camp with all the best players from America, we can make
Mhm.
like America stronger than I don't know, not than Europe. And I mean, we can we can beat them for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
We have good
Yeah,
players.
yeah, I think that would be fun. But that's awesome. I think that was a very good idea, and I do agree. I think if Brazilian players had more of an opportunity to improve, I think they would really benefit from it. Because if you watch Brazilian players play on the court, one of the things that you notice is their fighting spirit. Right? They
Indeed.
don't give up on the court, and they want it. They want to win so much, and so you can definitely see that fight in
Yeah,
the
we
Brazilian
don't
players.
make a life changer for us.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. I mean, right now though, what do you think Brazilian players can do immediately? Like these junior players or these players that are coming up, what can they do immediately to reach the next level?
I would say like to also put the youngest players to train with us because they can get like a good experience like because it's a different style.
Mhm,
Once you are playing junior it's one thing, when you are playing senior it's another thing. So I think it's good for them to sometimes, like, I don't know, 2 or 3 times or 4 times a year, like having this experience with the best players from Brazil, like playing with me or Juliana or Davi
mhm.
and Fabricio. I think they will learn a lot because we are playing outside and learning a lot of things. So if we share to them, it's like they don't need to experience everything. They just need to hear and try to do it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's really generous of you, Jonathan, because I think a lot of adult players, they don't really want to spend time with junior players, but for you to want to offer help, I think that's absolutely amazing already.
Yeah.
But I mean, in the Brazilian national team, do they have junior players right now or just adult?
No, just adult.
I see, I see.
This year they starting come, I don't know, bringing some players, but let's see if they will continue. Just in January, we had some young players, some juniors players. So I don't know if they will do it again. They said that after the June or July, they will come, or next month in May, but I don't know. I don't know. If I try to help them, I will also be helping me, because we
Mhm,
are making Brazil strong. So because of then we can get more money from the government, like from companies. I don't know. So
mhm.
it's better for everybody, for them and for me. Maybe I'm
Yeah.
not the one to get, I don't know, Olympic medalist or world championship medalist, but then there is a way for another player, like for I don't know, 15 years old, then that 10 years he will make it. I don't know. We never
Yeah,
know.
yeah. No, that's a great mindset. Going back to like the national team, right? So how do people get selected into it? If a junior wants to get into the Brazilian national team, how do they do it?
They picked the best player from like under 19 last year,
Mhm,
and then they select. Before they had Igor and Arto as adult players, and they
mhm,
invited me to play with them. And like a year after, 2 years after, I beat Arto. So I became part of the team because, I did good results. So it's the
mhm.
same for women's doubles or men's doubles
I see.
or in women's
Got it.
team.
I see. Yeah. So it sounds like the achievement matters a lot, right? When you're in
Yeah.
U19 to get into a national team. So who do you think right now, looking at the U19 players or the U17 players, who do you think has the most promise in Brazil?
We are looking for a player from like under 17, but he's a main singles player. He's very
Mm,
good. He's training in the south of Brazil. His name is Clesivan. I think he's very good for his age and he's so strong. But let's see, we don't know. And for men's doubles, we have like a good players, good pairs. I don't know if you saw they went to South American games right now and they
mm.
won gold.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, it's his name is Marco Filho and Felipe Lennon. They are very good, like playing doubles. I think they are like the next generations. I mean,
Nice, nice. So Brazilian badminton is growing strong in the
yeah,
next few years.
yeah,
That's awesome. Awesome to hear. Awesome to hear. But we've talked about men's singles a lot because obviously that's your first priority event, right? That's the
yeah.
only event you're playing now is men's singles. So who is your favorite men's singles player?
This is it for me, Lizia. I mean,
Oh,
it's like
wow.
same style, same style. And
Mhm.
like watching what he's going through, and it's really, really tough for me because I want to see him like before winning tournaments like World Championships like, all England. And right now he's like losing to some place that I don't think is better than him.
Mhm.
But it's confident, like the problems with his head probably.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, every player goes through some slumps, to be honest, like, ups and downs, right? But I'm sure he'll bounce back. And I think he did recently did really well in Thomas Cup, right?
Yeah,
He
he's
played some really
like
good
a
matches.
man like
Yeah.
the player. But I mean, third player
Yeah.
for him is easy, like with his levels, you already can count like a point with him.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They're definitely happy that he's on the Malaysian team. But yeah, he's definitely doing really well. And you've obviously played some of the best players in the world before, right? And that happened in the two world championships that you've played so far. The first
Yeah,
one being in 2023 in Copenhagen, right? Where you played Kunlavut. So what was that experience like, just making the world championships for the first time and playing somebody like that?
like when I was playing in the court, I was so happy and just like doing my best, giving everything that I can. I heard like a word from someone, gambate. It's like a Japanese word, I think. It's like give your best. So I decided to do the same, like no pressure, just to do everything. If I can make
Mhm.
it, I will make it. If I cannot, I will not. So I was really, really happy. But then suddenly I just started think I'm leading the match. I lost the game, because I was in a good mental place and then I lost this mental place. I was
Mhm.
thinking another thing, and then I tried to do like some perfect shots. I don't know, try to make a point with just a smash. I like being patient and building the point. So I
Mhm.
lost because I was leading 16-14. I was really happy. I said, come on, bro. Come on. You can get this set. Let's go. And then 21-16, I couldn't make a point. So I was really happy with that match. And I said, oh, I think I can reach that level, but I think I still need to work a lot because he had some simple shots. It's not like something special, but just like the quality is so good, so good. And he was doing one time, two time, three time, four time, and I
Mhm.
couldn't keep the pace and also the quality. So yeah,
Yeah. The consistency of a top world player is different.
yeah, the consistency. Yeah,
Yeah. That consistency comes from like just years of training, right? Of just doing the same thing, like just a simple tumble over and over again.
yeah,
It's very tedious, but it definitely shows on the court. But you obviously played a great match in Kunlavut, even though you lost, right? But what was that experience like in the world championships for the first time? Did it meet your expectations?
yeah, yeah. At that time, I also took a picture with Victor.
Mhm.
So I was really happy because also my first world championship was in Denmark, the place where I started. I decided
Mhm.
to be a professional player. I tried to give my best and give it everything that I can. So I was really happy with that achievement. Yeah, just like so grateful for everything that I lived.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, technically, you were on home court soil, right? And I'm sure your teammates came out and watched you too.
Yeah, they were cheering for me and they said, how was your match?" I said, was good." And some of them they were watching. They said, "No, no, very good."
Yeah.
They do know that I cannot beat that time Kunlavut, but they are
Uh,
expecting some good match, and I did a good match. I mean, for my
yeah.
level, so I was really happy, really happy.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. And that was not the only time you played World Championships. You played your second World Championships in 2025 in Paris, right? And unfortunately for you, with your luck, you played Anders Antonsen in the first round. So when you saw that draw, did you feel like the badminton gods were against you?
All their life. I'm not like I don't have a luck on the draws. All my draws are really hard, but yeah, I mean, there is a purpose for that. The gods want to make me better. So if I'm thinking if I want to play with the like low level players, I will be a low level players. If I want to
Mhm.
play with the top players, I will be at the top player. So I mean, I prefer to lose it to a top player than I don't know, same level as me, because otherwise I cannot learn something new. I
Yeah.
will have the same experience as before because when I played against the Antons, I got something different from the match against the Kunlavut. I saw
Mm.
how important is like the consistency and also the deception with like normal shuttles, normal strokes. Because when I was like trying to make something and then I was expecting, I don't know, to kill it, he came and he just did the cross and I couldn't see it, you know. He just
Mm.
did in the end of the shot. So it was really hard to see it. And also like the net game, his net game very good. He was like about to lift and then he did a net. So it was really tough to me to like be ready for the lift and also to kill it. Because for me, I learned a lot playing against him because I saw how bad my footwork and also like some of my deceptions because I need
Mm.
to be ready for every places. Like, if I'm waiting like for the forehead to make a smash and then he lifts at my backhand, I need to be ready and I need to have the tools to make the backhand very good, like with wood quality and like keep playing, I keep trying to and keep waiting the opportunity. Once the opportunity is there, then I will go for it. But otherwise, just patient, and quality, consistency. So I think I learned like two more things playing against him. Yeah, I look forward to play against those players because it's better for me.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think the thing that you pointed out is actually something that a lot of players fail to see is the deception in the shot, right? On the basic form, there's no like I know sometimes we have that timing difference, right? For deception, but a certain deception comes from just putting up a normal form, right? And every single time it looks exactly the same. But in the end, you could do tumble, cross court, push, you can do anything, right?
Yeah,
And some players have mastered that, like Anders Antonsen, right? And
yeah,
it's actually very difficult to play against him like that.
yeah. That's right. And also, I mean, Kunlavut is very good, but I mean, for me, it felt more difficult with Antonsen than with Kunlavut. For me, he's technical. He's much better, way better than Antonsen, but I don't know. Playing against Antonsen was hard.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, both are just top players and they have their own unique set of skills, right?
Yeah.
But it's amazing that you're able to learn so much from both of them. And I think that benefits you a lot, right? Going forward. And I do want to come back to the Pan Am region, right? Because in 2025, individuals, you played Garrett in
Yeah.
singles, right? And you've always beaten him. And I just want to hear your perspective on this because he's a young kid, right? Coming up. And I know nobody likes playing a young kid.
Yeah.
And so, how did it feel for the first time that he was able to win a match against you in 3 sets in the 2025 Pan
I
Ams?
was really, really mad because I lost for him. And it was like a very bad result. My like, federation was expecting something better from me, like getting the podium, like getting a medalist. So I lost to him first round. So I was really, really, really like sad. But I also like felt like happy for him because he's a friend of mine. We are very close and like I'm also trying to help with like when possible to help and I'm helping him. He did a good result beating me and he said that he wants to beat me and he did. I did the same with Kevin. I said one day I will beat you and I did. So I was like really happy because he did and it's like building his confidence.
Yeah, for sure. I think one thing that stands out to me about you is that you always help nurture the next generation, right? Whether it's from Brazil or anywhere else, right?
Yeah,
And
if they are my friends, otherwise
yeah.
I'll not speak to them.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. But I mean, that was a huge win for Garrett because I talked to him about it on the podcast, right? And I'm sure you saw that win meant so much to him because he
Yeah,
just couldn't beat you for years, right? He
yeah.
couldn't beat you, and that was the one time he was able to beat you. But I mean, like you got him back like recently, right? So
I was looking for to this match, and then he said, "No, no, no, I don't want to play against you now."
yeah, no, that's great. I mean, this kind of like rivalry and this competition is always good to keep pushing
Yeah,
forward, right? Keep pushing the level up. Well, that's amazing. And you are obviously near the top of the food chain right now for men's singles in the Pan Am region, right? Like obviously we have Victor Lai who's pretty ahead right now, but then there's also Brian Yang and Garrett, which you have beaten them both pretty recently, right? So how come you have not played more international like BWF series events?
for us, it's hard to play this tournament because it's so expensive. It's not like in South America or like Central America because cheaper for us to play this tournament. But right now, I'm really trying to get like a higher ranking so I can get in the Super 300 or 500. So let's try to play. It's like right now my goal is try to reach top 50 and then plays US Open, Canada Open, and then some tournaments like Finnish Open and also Denmark Open if I can get in. I don't think with top 50 I can get in. I need to be at least top 40. Otherwise I cannot get in. And then French Open because it's the same level. But I'm really looking forward to play again this tournament. I mean, everything is different. You know, the organization, the halls, it's like a
Mm-hmm.
show. It's not like playing like in America and I don't know. It's
Yeah.
completely different. I really want to play those tournaments again. It's
Yeah,
my
definitely. I mean, doesn't the national team sponsor you guys to go play these tournaments?
Yes, they are paying everything, like also the South American tournaments, Central American tournament, everything they are paying to us. And as I said, it's so expensive to go to Europe or Asia, so they cannot support a lot of players. If they
Mhm.
want to do that, they will like cut a lot of players, you know. They will play, I don't know, just for 6 or 5 people. And then, I don't know, they will cut like some women's doubles or men's doubles or men's singles, women's singles that we don't know, you know, it
Yeah,
depends.
yeah, definitely. I mean, if there's one person they should sponsor to play these tournaments, it's you, right? Because you consistently provide good results, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a case for you right here. This should
Well,
get you out there. Because like, yeah, I mean, because you've beaten some of the best players in the region, right? And like, I feel like if you had the opportunity to play these tournaments, like you would be top, like ranked number 30 something already in the world.
I hope so. I want, bro.
I mean, like, if you look at the recent 2026 Pan Am individuals, right? You matched up against Brian Yang in the quarterfinals and you beat him in 2 sets. And Brian
Yeah.
is currently the world number 33, right?
Yeah. But I mean, the problem is also like, as you said, the consistency. Because once I beat Brian, I was supposed to beat also Uriel, but then I lost. But it happened, you know, it's like step by step. I was really
Yeah.
happy, like reaching my first time a medal in Panam. And maybe I was just like, okay, we live. And then I said, I mean, it's enough. It's enough. I also beat
Okay.
Brian Caramel. It's enough. But yeah, it's hard to say. It's hard to say. But I agree with you. I think if I have the opportunity to play more times with these players, I can make like some very good results. Like beat them. I don't know if you know, but I beat like Lin Chui. He's top 30, top 20 two times. I
Wow.
beat him when he was 40, top 40 in the world ranking, and then when he was 16. So I mean, I think I do have the level. And also Jason Day from Singapore, I also beat him. I lost to him and also beat him. So I don't know. I think if I have the possibility to play like more times against them, it's gonna be good for me.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, if the Brazilian badminton federation is watching, you gotta give Jonathan some more chances out there. Give him more tournaments to play. Send him out there. But I think that would be a really great experience for you. Like not only just winning tournaments, but also just learning from those matches. Right? I think it'd be really amazing. And I did want to ask you about that game against Uriel, because that was. I think you should have made it to the finals, right, for
Yeah,
Pan Am's.
me too.
So what happened that game?
I don't know. I was like analyzing my match and then told to my coach, probably because I couldn't like rest at that match. I was feeling very tired and I couldn't keep the pace. I don't know if you saw, but the coach just opened it like was 15-11, and then I had to stop the match just to fix it. And then
Oh.
I felt like it's F1, you know, when you are like in a very good pace, you cannot stop. You need to continue. You need to keep the pace. And because of that, I stopped playing. My level was down. And then starting making points and getting back, getting back. And then I lost. And then I lost. And I was very sad with myself, because I had the opportunity to go to the finals. And I just like threw away. I just threw away.
Yeah,
And
it's
yeah.
definitely a little unfortunate. Definitely a little unfortunate. But hey, overall, I mean, you still beat Brian in the quarters, right? How did you
Yeah.
feel going to that match against Brian?
I was really happy because I did everything perfectly, you know? I was doing everything like my tactical game, like my defense, my attacking shots. I was so fast. I was really happy because last time I lost to him in Panam Games 2023 and he just like beat me easy. 12 and 10, something like that. I couldn't make a point, and I said, no, I need to do better than the last time. And beat him was like, okay, I still need to work on some things, but I have the level, man. You can. And also like playing against Victor. We played last year, same. It happened the same as against Euro. I was leading 19-14 set, and I lost 27-25. I was like,
Wow.
Also because I got tired, and then I changed all my tactical games, and then he started making points, coming back, and my level going down, down, down.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's something that I need to work on.
Yeah, for sure. I think the encore like a performance matters a lot, right? Like you could be the same level or even better, but if you're not able to use everything, it gets very difficult,
Yeah.
and you still very possible to lose games like that, right? And but hey, you beat Brian though. That's amazing. What was your strategy going into that game against Brian?
Well, I knew it that there are some parts of him that are very good, so I decided not to put the shot those parts. And if I have it in Inish to take the opportunity at the net game and spin it, I would do it that and try to go forward with the hard smash if I'm in a good position. And also like because he's always wedded to the defense. He's very good on defense. He trusts in a lot in like defense and blocking everything. So I said I need to like make him like doubt it a little bit or hesitate with the defense. So I need to make a mix of like strokes, like also clears and drops. So he will like weigh different shots because I was watching when he played against Garrett then in Canada. So he was making a lot of points with that, like slices ones, the slow drops or stick smash or hard smash. So I decided to do the same. And also like deception clear. So I decided to do the same and it just worked. And I was
Wow.
like, very good. Very happy.
Yeah, I mean, you executed perfectly, right? Because that's not an easy strategy to execute. There's a lot of components that, could go wrong, right? But
Yeah.
you're able to execute it to a T. So props to you for that and winning that match. But, we've talked about some of your greatest accomplishments and the journey that you've had. If you could redo your badminton journey, what would you change?
I would change, you mean like since I started or like in Denmark?
Since you started, like
Since I started.
anything that you would change.
I think the only thing that I would change is like before, like when I started play, I was like I was not taking serious badminton. I was just like playing for fun. That's something that I would change. I was like never going to practice. I was just going to see my friends and have fun. That was the only reason at that time. So I would have changed that.
For sure, for sure. Hey, I mean, like, it's because you were having fun with your friends. That's probably why you kept playing, right?
Yeah.
So you had that passion, the joy when you play the game. So you never know, that might have been why, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I know where you're coming from. And, as we're wrapping it up, we do want to play a quick game with you, okay? A this and that game. So I'm going to ask you to basically compare between two things and you let me know which one you prefer, all right?
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, here we go. Beating a top 10 player once or being top 30 consistently?
Being top 30. Being top 30.
Okay.
Consistency.
Nice. All right, great. Next one. Playing Kunlavut or playing Antonsen again?
Kunlavut.
Oh, really? Why?
Yeah, because I think like Antonsen's style, it's easier for me than Kunlavut. Because Kunlavut for me is more consistency and he's also a attacking player sometimes. Like you can like see him and think, oh, he's tired, but he's not tired. He will keep going. So I would like to play against Kunlavut. And also because for me, he's better, much better than Antonsen.
Nice. Good pick. Okay, great. Next one. Physical training or technical training?
Technical training.
Oh, okay. Next one. Morning training or night training?
I would pick both, like one session in the morning, one at night, but that is not possible. So I would say morning session.
Okay, great. You're an early bird. Like to wake up early. Nice. Okay. This is a new one because like they just changed the rules. So 3 sets of 21 or 3 sets of 15.
21 for sure.
You know
had
they recently changed it.
Yes, for next year, January. I
Yeah.
lost. I played like last year and I lost first round, 15 points.
Oh,
Because
really?
I would say my style, it's same as Kunlavut. I need like some time to warm up and get in the match. You know?
Yeah.
So
I
with
think that's
15,
what they don't want. They want
yeah,
to like they don't want you doing that anymore.
50 points. It's like so fast. So I need to be very, very focused.
Yeah, for sure. Every point counts at that point, right? So
Yeah,
like you can't be losing 2-3 points because the game will be over.
yeah,
Right.
so
Yeah.
fast.
Great, perfect. Okay, next one. Home crowd support or away crowd pressure?
Ooh. Home crowd.
Uh, nice. It's always great to have people cheering for you, right?
Yeah, but I mean, if it's the opposite, it's okay for me. When I'm playing, I cannot listen both. Even
Yeah.
home crowd or opposite, it's the same.
I mean, I feel like Brazilian players would like prefer home crowd more because you guys go crazy in the stands. Like I remember in the Pan Am like games, like you guys go crazy with drums
Yeah,
and everything, blowing in the horns and everything.
yeah. It's because we learn from soccer. A lot of
Uh,
crowd in soccer. It's crazy.
nice. I mean, are the like national tournaments like that too? Like if like the
Yeah,
Brazilian nationals? Oh
yeah,
wow, like people go insane. Like there's a lot of people in the crowd.
yeah. It's even like kids with 10 years old, 9 years old. Like it's crazy.
That's amazing. I wish we do that more in the US, have that energy. Hey,
It's good.
we'll keep building. Yeah, definitely. Okay, great. Next one. Win Pan Am Championships or win a Super 300 title?
Ooh, win a Pan Am Championships.
Ooh, that's a tough one, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, that one means a lot, right? Pan Am Championships to beat like some of the
Yes.
top players in the Pan Am region.
Yeah, we'll have 2 opportunities next year. I think I already learned from this year, so
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure you'll do great. We're all cheering for you. Okay, great. Next one. This is the last question. I think it's going to be a quite difficult question too.
okay.
Brazil winning Pan Am team or you qualifying for the Olympics?
This one is very good because we never won. Never,
Yeah.
never. And I never went to
Brazil is always either third or second, and mostly third, but sometimes second.
Yeah. So I would say for LA for me because it's my dream, and I don't think we have like a shared dream with the other players. So I will get my dream first.
Awesome. Damn, that sucks. Imagine Brazil winning Pan Am scene. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
No, I understand.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity because we have very good players. We have Juliana, we have me, and then we have women's doubles, and also Davi and Fabricio, and Mix, Davi and Sanya. So let's see.
Yeah,
But also,
for sure.
also the other countries they have good players. Also, like also US and Canada, they have a good team. So let's see.
Yeah,
Let's see.
US and Canada these years has been really, really strong with all the professional players. So
Yeah.
it's definitely been difficult. Great. But yeah, as we're wrapping up, what are your plans in the upcoming years for badminton?
I mean, this year I'm way better than what I expected because I just wanted to get a better ranking, like reach top 60 or 50, and I'm almost reaching the ranking. So I'm really happy with this. And I decided for the next year to play like a lot of Super Series tournament with a very good ranking, so I can get in those tournaments and just play like 10 or 12 tournaments like Super
Mm.
Series. Because I mean, it's easier to keep the level playing this tournament than playing IC. Because if you want to make same points set as there, you need to win the tournament. And over in those tournaments, you just need to win a match or two matches, and you're already getting same points. So I think it's easier, but also the level. The level is way up than international challenge. So that's my plan. And reaching everything, I mean, I can reach in LA with a very good level. So I can, I don't know, make the groups. I don't know. That's my dream. I really want to make the group. So like reaching top 30 and top 20, it's going to be very good for the goals.
For sure, for sure, for sure. And I think, I'm really looking forward to you playing in the Super Series because I think you'll do amazing, especially if you have multiple shots, right? Of course, like maybe some tournaments not great, but if you're consistently playing the Super Series, I think you will do amazing because I think you're already, from your level, honestly, like probably already ranked number 30 something, right, in the world if you're actually playing. So I think it'll be really fun seeing you in the Super Series tournaments that's coming up. That's awesome. And last question for you. What do you want your legacy to be for Brazilian badminton?
I mean, I'm already like leaving my legacy, I would say, because I'm watching my siblings growing up and doing the same path as me. Like my brother and sisters, they are really, really trying to become a player as me and like a professional one. One of them, they are playing men's doubles, and he was really trying. He's under 17. He won last tournament, and I'm always like trying to support him. So I'm really happy with the legacy that I'm giving to them, and also like for the Brazilian players because every time they see me, they are like, "Oh, I'm very happy. Oh, Jonathan Matias, I'm your fan. You are very good." And I'm like, "Okay, I'm doing the same thing as some players did to me like 10 years ago." Because when I started playing, I had some players like me playing at our club. It was like Ygor, Fabio. I don't know if you remember Luana, Lohane, those players. So they inspired me, they were like winning international challenge, international series, playing super series. They used to call like Grand Prix Gold. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Yeah. Not like super series. So I'm really happy because I'm doing the same. So I'm just like becoming, I follow their lead and I hope they can follow my lead. So I'm really happy that I can do it.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely amazing, and I think a lot of young Brazilian kids are already, inspired by you and are following your footsteps. So I think the future of Brazilian badminton is bright because of people like you who are leading the way forward, right? But yeah, best of luck to you in all of your future tournaments. Thank you again, Jonathan, for coming on and giving us your time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Tony, for inviting me. I really appreciate, as I said to you, and I'm really happy that I can come here, talk, and share some of my dreams and also expectations and experience that I had through these years at the badminton career.
For sure. For sure, for sure. It's great catching up with you again. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. That is the end of the episode for today. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you hit that like button and the subscribe button down below. Show that support for the channel. It truly helps the channel grow. Also, don't forget to follow us on our socials at the TLZ Podcast to stay up to date on upcoming guests and highlights. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.